Welcome back to another Life in London series video, guys. I'm gonna keep doing this style of video up until the travel vlogs start to get up and running again. As you guys may or may not know, I like to stay a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months behind, for the simple fact that I just want to roll out the travel content on a consistent basis. So as of yet, I haven't decided, how I'm gonna pan out the recent trip I just had. But besides all of that, we are in the heart of Shoreditch and Brick Lane today for something very different to this Life in London series. As you guys have seen in the previous videos of this series, I've mainly shown you the commercial spots, the must-see spots, the high-end streetwear, high-end fashion stores in London. But today's going to be like a little bit of a switch up because I'm kind of exploring something that I've never had the biggest interest in my life, so I haven't shown it on this channel. But I thought, you know what, try and switch it up a little bit. We are in Shoreditch for vintage. Now, to my surprise, vintage and Shoreditch are actually synonymous with each other. It's one of the most well-known spots to grab vintage clothing, and yeah, I just thought I would go along this journey and take you guys with me. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so the next spot we're hitting up is a place called Brick Lane Vintage Market. Apparently in here is a load of vendors that sell their own curated pieces of vintage, and I thought it'd be a pretty cool place to check out, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay. A couple of swing tees. That's cool, that. So as you guys can see, it's just old military uniform. And my main focus of coming to the vintage stores today was mostly to look for two things: vintage bomber jackets, but also vintage military surplus stuff. So army jackets, aviator jackets, all of that good stuff. And just right off the bat, this place feels like an absolute maze in a good way because there's so much selection. Vintage barber jackets, I know this is really coming up in the fashion scene right now. Vintage is very particular. You have to really know what you want, otherwise you're going to be, sort of scrapping and clawing for hours on end. And as cool of an experience as that might be, it is very time consuming, so you have to really dedicate a lot of time to stuff like this. Jeans, forgot to say, jeans are a really good place to shop vintage because good quality denim will last you a lifetime. So there isn't really a point of throwing stuff like that away because it can always get repurposed and given to someone else. These fisherman beanies are cool, but I know for damn sure they will not fit my big ass head right here. Now this is the stuff that's been sort of popping online. These vintage car jackets. To be honest, I've never been a fan of car. I think it's obviously it's like staple workwear, but to me, with everybody wearing it now, it seems a bit generic. So I try to stay away. Obviously, it's kind of hard when that's the trend. Yeah, like this barber jacket, for example, 160 retails like 300, I think. So it's really good to scope things out and see what kind of things people are offering. These old ass bomber jackets are so sick to me. Just keep walking now. This is cool. This is obviously not vintage, but like I said, the denim is reworkable, repatchable, and then you get cool ass products like this. What's going on, bro?
Good, man. Feel free to try anything.
Yeah, of course, I'll let you know. Yeah, this is so sick, man. It's kind of cool how creative people can get when you give them a platform. This is a nice jacket. Real tree. I know that's super in right now. Now this is more my vibe when we talk about vintage stuff, because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a big biker moto leather jacket lover. So this to me, it's kind of like music to my ears, really.
Sì, beh, penso di sì.
And there's one thing to be said about vintage that you can't really argue it is they don't really make stuff like this nowadays. Although you will get like remakes of things. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, here we go. This is the type of thing I was looking for. I can't even get it off the rack. Oh my days, this is so sick. I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at because obviously it's on the top of my head. But this brown jacket is so sick. I'm gonna actually try that on. I don't know how. I don't know how. Oh, sorry. Sorry, miss, is this yours?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I try this on?
Yeah, of course.
This caught my eye, so I just wanted to see it and try it on, really.
I just want to tell you that this one is one of our new pieces, so we have it in all sizes if you would want it
Sure,
bigger or
okay.
smaller. So this one is a small, but I have a large here.
Large. Let me try the small, because
Yeah?
I know I definitely wouldn't be the large.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want it to be like
I guess so,
fitted?
yeah.
How does it feel? It works. It doesn't look
It feels nice.
Yeah.
But at the moment, there's quite a lot of it's quite tight, I
Yeah.
guess. But it's
If you want to try it bigger. The fur also comes off.
Ah, the fur
Yeah.
comes off. No, this is nice. Just out of curiosity, how much would it be?
195.
Wow, okay. Thank you for letting me try it
No
though.
worries.
I know sometimes, do you know when like people window shop?
Yeah.
A lot of vendors are like, don't try it unless you're like proper interested type of
Yeah.
thing.
But I feel like here in the market, people just come in to just try things on. So
Yeah.
we kind of use like you definitely don't have to.
And check that out. If that ain't made for me, bro. How clowning would that be? What size is this? 116 as well. As I just showed you, there is a vintage Carhartt. I don't even know what type of jacket this is, but it literally, it has my name on it. So like, if it ain't calling me, then what kind of sign is it really? You know what I mean? No, John's the most plain Jane common name in the world, but see this kind of vintage Americana vibe. This is what I'm really looking for in these kind of places. So one thing I would say about this is it's not as heavyweight as I thought. Usually with Carhartt, it's kind of one of those things where it's super robust, and it is, don't get me wrong, it's kind of like that canvas material, but at the same time, not underwhelming per se, but yeah, not exactly what I expected. So this might be a pass, but again, good finds. I'm telling you guys, you just got to keep looking around and you will find something that speaks to you. Sorry, maybe another John can pick this up, just won't be me today. Might get into a little bit of action here, guys. When I said I was looking for military surplus stuff, we might have found it.
That's a genuine Air Force
Yeah,
flight jacket.
that's what caught my eye, that.
The United States still wear. I think the RAF wear them as well. They're like a Nomex flameproof material.
Oh wow.
Well, the proper pilot jacket.
How do you get around to finding these kind of things?
Oh, just go everywhere.
Yeah.
Military shows. Shall we go with that?
Okay,
Well,
guys.
that's a good size for you, that one.
Yeah, I mean, it feels nice.
Yeah, it's good.
This is so tempting. Like I said, it's vintage military surplus is what I'm really looking for when coming to a place like this. So to find this is a bit of a steal if you ask me. Super sick. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so if you guys were wondering how exactly I got those POV shots and why I look like a stupid twat with a clip on my hat, let me introduce you to the DJI Osmo Nano. Right behind me is a magnetic pole, and all I'm gonna do is just leave it here. You guys know that this was my recent pickup from the DJI store I plan to take this traveling with me, and I hope you guys can see why, because it gives you just such a unique angle on things. Sorry, my bag's on the floor. We're in London. We're not trying to get robbed, but nobody's going to notice that camera, will they? Nobody's going to notice. So I can just leave it on a magnetic surface and capture these cool little POV shots that you would never really get with the Osmo that I had. So say for example, I wanted to film a sequence clip. See, people are walking right past it because they don't know that a camera is there. But say I wanted to film a sequence clip where I'm walking past the camera, I can do that completely discreetly. And it's sick. Yeah, I find it so sick. So example number 1.
I really did something.
And nobody would ever know. Nobody's seen my camera, nobody's touched my camera. And I can just take it back and we walk again. So yeah, hope you guys are seeing the vision with what I want to do with this camera, and I hope that when it comes to traveling, it's just going to be a super sick piece of gear. Anyway, it's getting pretty late now, so I think we're going to continue on. Maybe we'll go to one other vintage store. I know we spent quite some time in there, but as I was saying, it does feel like a bit of a maze inside, so be prepared for that. The last stop of the day is called Brick Lane Vintage. Not too far from where we walked before. Yeah, as you can tell, not obviously that big of a store, and a more selective curation of stuff. The knitwear is another piece of clothing that I'm super interested in when it comes to vintage, because yeah, I don't know, the designs, the patterns, the quality of yarn is way different to, you know, the standard that is set at today. So you can find some real gems in the knitwear section, so keep an eye out, guys, because I mean, look at that, that's cool. Yeah, super cool. These like knitted vests as well. It's something that's super cool to me. I don't know if it's necessarily my style, but I don't know. I'm drawn to it somehow. Alright, I wanted to cap off part 1 of this video by saying vintage shopping. I never really thought about how fun it would be up until the point that I did it, and I definitely don't regret it. It's just one of those things where vintage has had such a reputation over the last, I'd like to say 20 years, up until about the early 2020s. People really didn't do much vintage shopping because it was secondhand clothing, it was dirty, it was grimy. But now it's become a scene of its own. You saw in Brick Lane Vintage Market where people were curating their own pieces. So how cool is it that we've shifted to a culture that accepts these kind of things? And like I was trying to tell you guys in previous clips, it's just sick to see that clothes are being repurposed, things are being worn to their maximum lifespan. Because let's face it, like, I don't wear clothes nearly to the point of exhaustion, and it gets thrown away, given to people, and you know, you could always find rare gems if you look hard enough. So guys, shop vintage, come to Shoreditch, come to Brick Lane. That's going to be the end of the video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Take care, peace out.